My name is Miranda. I'm 45 years old. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I first started using when I was 13 years old. I moved in with my mother because my grandma and grandfather, who I lived with at the time, thought that I could maybe keep her on the right track, make sure she paid the bills and everything because she was a drug addict. So I moved in with her, and all that happened was I ended up using with her. Um, it was a really traumatic, bad situation for me. I had to be the grown up in a lot of situations. I watched her slit her wrists on numerous occasions and had to call 911 in hotels. Drugs and drug dealers were always around. We were always getting evicted. I would have to deal with the moving our stuff out, and then grandma would get us somewhere else to live. But through all this, she had a doctor, and he would prescribe her pills at first, is what we were doing, and then it was oxys, and then it was selling the oxys to get heroin because you get a tolerance for drugs. And I wanted to do this because I really wanted a little bit of healing from it, if nothing else. I mean, if it does help somebody else, that's great and way beyond anything I expect from this, but I think mostly I just want to move on, you know? Kind of maybe even be a grown-up for once. So, I am the oldest of three. It's me, Bobby, and Robbie. How cute, right? I am, of course, the star of the family, being unemployed. An unemployed recovering drug addict. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm clean and have been clean for almost 6 months. I went through a lot of really dark, scary times, and I don't know. I hope that somebody can watch this and I don't know, maybe stop in their tracks, I guess. Anyway, so when I first moved in with mom, I had a blast because I went from being in a really strict environment and a really strict environment to pretty much a free for all, kind of as long as you don't bother me type thing. And so I immediately started stealing weed out of her closet. She had a whole bunch of weed. It wasn't the greatest, and I remember going through loads of it, just wasting it. Putting it in coffee filters, trying to smoke it out of coffee filters, trying to smoke it out of cans, all kinds of stuff. And then from there, she found out I was smoking, and she was just kind of like, well, I'd rather you smoke here with me than to do it with a stranger out on the street. And so from then on, we would do the morning joint. And she always said the morning joint set the tone for the rest of the day. I have not said that since one of the last times I saw her. And so, yeah, the morning joint sets the tone for the rest of the day. Hopefully, it was a day that we had some pills left over from the previous day that we had bought or that she had gotten prescribed. She got a huge amount of pills prescribed to her every month, and we either took these or sold them. Within a short amount of time, a group of her friends that was coming around were mostly made up of guys, older guys. There was a certain guy that was in this friend group, and his name was George, and he was my mother's weed dealer, and I would go on to have children with George because I'm great at picking men, right? Anyway, there's a lot more to the story. I hope I didn't make anything sound like I was glorifying or pushing it on anyone, because is not my intent. I will do another upload soon, and hopefully we'll have my brother and sister to add their little 2 cents to this as well before I post it. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, stay cool, stay kind, hopefully, or at least, like, I don't know,
funny with it and not hurtful, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that, but all right.